yard a bit today. Now, if you can't tell, the wind has picked up a little bit. When I first posted this a couple of hours ago, it was beautiful and calm. Like, man, this will be a perfect day for it. Since then, the breeze has picked up a little bit, so if the wind gets to be a problem, we may have to shut down a little early. We'll just see how it goes and see what happens with the wind. Now, as always, a few parameters about how I do these lives. These are viewer guided. If there's something you want to see, be sure to throw, there's David W. If there's something you want to see, throw it up in the comments and I'll try to get by that particular car or something like that particular car. There goes the hearts. I love the hearts. So, more than happy to show you stuff, whatever you want to look at. If you have specific questions about parts, be happy to show you a fender. If you want to get into discussion as far as price, shipping, all those details, just give me a call after we get done. There's number one. For some reason, my cell phone carrier apparently does not have call forwarding anymore. So if you try to call me while we're on the live, you might knock everybody off. So please, after we get done, give me a call and we can get into the specifics, because last time we ended up with 200 or 300 people on here, and it's not fair to everybody else to sit there while we have a conversation about all the specific pieces you need, the pricing, the shipping, all that stuff. So happy to show it to you, and then we can get into the specifics and the details after we get done with the live. So anyway, post up what you want to see. We're going to start wandering around a bit. I have been moving some cars around. I actually, the last couple of days, have finally worked at the yard. Last Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the first 3 days I've worked out here in almost 3 months. Just fighting the weather, the moisture, the winter. So finally starting to get a few things done out here, getting ready for the second annual gathering of the Nobodies coming up April 26th. So anyway, let's go wander around. Let's check out some cool iron. You guys tell me what you want to see, and then we'll check it out. There's Pete. It's kind of a surprise, Pete, but we've been talking about it. I've been telling you guys we needed to do it. A couple hours ago, it was a lot nicer. It's still nice and clear out, but the wind has picked up since I first posted this about 11 o'clock this morning. So anyway, let's start wandering around. Benson Speed Shop's here. You guys let me know what you want to see, and we'll start checking out some cool old iron. Couple thousand cars on the ground here to see. So you let me know what you're interested in, what you like, what you want to see, and we'll try to work our way that direction based on what I may or may not have here. So anyway, let's go ahead and flip this thing around, start checking out some cool iron. We're over here in the new yard. Steel Ponies, Jeff Taylor's here. And we'll start off here where I've been doing some work. John made it. Ford pickups. We can start working our way towards some Ford pickups. Big fins from the 50s. Just give me some ideas what you want to see, David. Ford pickups, there's not a lot over here, but we'll kind of work our way that direction. I'm over here in the new yard where I've started sorting cars. Standing here right in front of shoebox stuff. No, Camaros are on the other side, but we can work our way that direction. So we'll start heading back around to catch some Ford pickups and some Camaros. And you guys let me know what you want to see while we're doing it. If the wind gets to be a problem, please guys let me know. It's not bad, but there is way more wind than there was a couple hours ago when I first posted this. So we did one January 1st was the last time we did a live yard walk. We try to do them every 2 to 3 months. Had a good day today, and or I thought, now that the wind's kicking up. But obviously getting into April and May, things are really going to get busy. So I thought, what the heck, hopefully the weather will hold, and we'll go out and wander around a bit today. So we're going to swing around towards some Ford pickups. Sounds good, Benson. We'll get to some 50s Mopars. Actually, we can kind of swing through those on the way over towards the F bodies. All right. Just kind of working our way around. Some cabs, some beds. I do not have any 60 Furies at all. Here's some late 60s, early 70s Ford pickup beds that have come in recently. And here's some Ford pickups. I think this was like a 69 F350. I don't know if I got any good windshields left for those or not, Pete. '74, I think, Ford pickup. That 56 was not a big job. It was just an F600. So let's see. Let's work our way up through some 50s Mopars and head up towards some of the F bodies. So you guys let me know what you think, what you want to see. Mopar stuff. If Benson's still here with us, if he didn't have to jump off yet. I've got some Mustangs totally VW, just depends on which ones we're talking about. There's Matt, 56 New Yorker. Just wandering through a little bit of the Mopar stuff here and then swinging up towards F bodies. 77, 78 Mustang 2s. Oh, I didn't see the 2s. I seen Mustang and then dots, and the 2s were, didn't catch the 2s. We got one Mustang 2 over here real quick. It's earlier than that. And then we'll swing up towards the F bodies. But we're pretty close to that Mustang 2. I've only got one Mustang 2 here, actually. This little coupe is the only Mustang 2 I've got. I think it was a 74. '48 Plymouth front fender trim. I think I'm out. Yep, this one wouldn't have that totally VW for sure. Yeah, William, if you want to give me a shout, I can double check that and see. I've got several 46 to 48 Plymouths, but I think I'm out of those front fender moldings. But if you want to give me a shout tomorrow, I'll get you wrote down on my notepad and double check and see. We're going to pass one right now, so we'll look it up, but I'm pretty sure they're gone off of this one because that whole fender's gone. And that one's missing as well. Okay, working our way towards F bodies. And like I said, if there's anything you guys want to see, throw it up there. We'll try to work our way by that type of vehicle. Going past this, another Ford pickup, 78 F350 dually. Hope that wind is not too bad, guys. Like I said, a couple hours ago, there was basically no wind. It's picked up since we originally put this post out there that we were going to do this. So Camaros, perfect. I'm glad it's not kicking up too bad for you guys, but it is definitely worse than it was a couple hours ago. So hopefully it doesn't get too bad. Camaros and Firebirds. 65 F100 chrome grille. I think the only thing I've got in that is painted. Thanks, Glenn. Like I said, hopefully this wind cooperates and doesn't get too bad. But Firebirds and Camaros. I do have a problem with these. I just keep buying them and lining them up. So anyway, there's a few of them. You bet, Jeff. Glad you guys are enjoying it. What do you want to see? We're just out randomly wandering. You guys let me know what you think. GM trucks. A lot of the Buicks that came in from Dad's place. So, just checking some stuff out. You guys let me know what you think. Chevy step van. Internationals. I do not have any crew cab internationals, David. I've got a handful of VWs. '58 Del Reys. I do not have any '58 Del Reys. I've got some Bel Airs and some wagons. But if you want to see the VWs, we can head that direction. You just let me know and we'll start heading that way. Some more Mopar stuff. There goes the hearts. I love the hearts. I'm in central Kansas is where I'm at. Always down for VWs, okay? Let's head that way. They're back over this direction. So we'll go walk past the Wizard and work our way back towards some of the VWs. I've actually kind of got them in two areas as I've been sorting them, so we'll catch both areas of VWs. All right. Yep, the iconic Wizard. That's right, John. If you guys didn't catch the full video on that van, you got to check that thing out. That is some amazing artwork. '76 Impala wagon, nothing there. All right, just about to the first group of VWs. Yeah, that was a half ton. That one's a half ton. That one's a half ton. I've got 4 or 5 of those that are complete in that 68 to 72 body style. All right, the first batch of VWs. Rabbits and a Vanagon. 50s International trunk rims. 6 lug for a big truck. I've got some 50s era big truck 20-inch rims, Zach. Just have to give me a shout after we get done on the specifics. And I may have some of those, just depends on which one from the 50s used those. VW Vanagon, some Rabbits. So what year used those, Zach? And if we get near some, we'll check them out. Off over to some more VWs. There's one Rabbit pickup up front that Dad actually just bought another Rabbit pickup that he's been working on. So I've got one, it's clear up front. It's over in a different area. That's the only Rabbit pickup we've got out here. Plymouth wagons from the 50s. I've got a 54 Plymouth wagon actually. I do, it's not a lot left of it, but I've got a 54 Plymouth two-door wagon. Let's see, let's just cut through here and we'll catch some more VWs. Couple of Bugs, couple of Rabbits. One of the Carmen Gias is over here. Okay. We'll work our way over by a few of those big trucks here in a little bit, Zach, if you want to hang with us. They're kind of over towards the other side of the yard. But we've got a few candidates over there. We'll work our way that direction after we get done with these VWs. Even a Porsche in the middle of this. I sell whole cars and parts, both. So I can sell you a door handle or I can sell you a complete car. It doesn't matter, whatever you need. So let's head over to some of these bigger trucks and look at a couple of internationals. like I said, if the wind gets to be a problem, guys, let me know. That Ghia, there's no drivetrain in it, and it's been sitting for years. You know, and that's why I've been grabbing those rabbits. I agree with that. So that's why I've got a half dozen rabbits, because I think they're going to continue to become more and more popular as well. So that's why I've been gathering them up. You bet totally VW, not a problem. That's why I tell you that you guys that this is viewer guided. You let me know what you want to see. I look at this stuff every day, so it's normal to me. Yeah, that's no kidding. They all got turned into derby cars. They wrecked all those mid-70s wagons, so good. I'm glad you guys still aren't hearing the wind. But yeah, those mid-70s GM wagons are super tough to find. They turned them all into derby cars, which is a shame because they're great cars. Okay, here's some big internationals. There's a couple of L's. Here's an R. These are 5-bolt wheels. Did you say you wanted 6-bolt, Zach? Because these are 5s. This is on an L. Now this K6 has 6. Let's see if this is a 20. Yep, there's a 6-bolt 20. Not sure if that's one you need or not. Okay. Well, that's on a K6, and that one is 6-bolt. These L and R series here, that's a 5. This is an R from the mid-50s, that's a 5. I've got another L up here. 68 Newport. I've got a 68 New Yorker, I think, that has cruise. We can go there. Yes, Dirty, in fact, I just got all the auction stuff ready right before I came to the yard. So, yep, we actually got a lot of stuff going on tonight to talk about. But yep, I do have the auction boxes restocked. Okay, this is another L series, 50 to 52. It is a 5-bolt wheel. No, the live yard walks, I do one every 2 to 3 months. The last one we did was on New Year's Day. So we do these every 2 to 3 months as things change. We do the live on Sunday. We do a live every Sunday night. We do that from the office. I've got a full episode built for tonight, so you want to jump on with us tonight for the live chat this evening. So, as far as those international wheels, maybe that's what we need to be looking at is those K6s. Because that is a 6-bolt 20 wheel. Okay, so that K6 must be what we're talking about. 825 by 20 tires, is that what this was? Yep, that's what this was. 825 by 20, 6-bolt. And this is a late 40s KB6. Phone number, it is in the text part of this video, 620-786-4428. You can go back and click on the text part, and that number is in there as well. Just give me a shout after we get done. When we did this on New Year's Day, we had several guys trying to call while I was on the live. That didn't work. Fortunately, they didn't kick us off, but it almost kicked us off a couple of times. Most of the stuff in that era was a split rim. But we've got something to work with. We do have it narrowed down to that much. So anyway, okay. Well, because those L150s here were 5 bolts, so must be some differences in there somewhere. There's Ken. Glad you're here, Ken. So anyway, I think we're caught up on what we're supposed to be looking at right now. So you guys let me know, and we'll head that direction. We're just going to wander around a bit, check out some more cool old iron. As I see comments about what you want to see, that's where we're going to head next. So like I said, these are viewer guided. You let me know what you want to see, and we'll head that direction. So if I missed somebody's comment about something they wanted to see, please repost it. I do try to catch most of them, but sometimes we get busy and they'll flip real quick and I'll miss them. So if I missed one, please repost it and I will sure try to get to it here shortly. All right. Phone number 620-786-4428. It is in the description part of the video. So when we get done, you can click on the video, go into the text part, and it is in there as well. 67 GTO fenders or doors. I've got some fenders that I think they're 6s on my fenders. I don't remember. I'd have to look at the fenders. And I think I've got good doors. I think I had some fixable fenders. I would just need to double check, see if they were 6s or 7s. So anyway, here's our old Buick. I'm sure you guys remember the video on this thing. Parked in 1932 until we pulled it out in December of 2024. 58, was that 58 Chevys, William? Is that what we were talking about? 39 Buick, 54 Plymouth. Do not have any, don't have any Monte Carlo SS's actually. I've got a few mid-80s Montes, none of them were SS's. But I'll tell you what, we can head over towards those 58 Bel Airs. I think that's what we were talking about, William. We're going to walk past the G bodies here in just a second. So we'll catch a few of those Monte Carlos as we swing around to the 58 Bel Airs, if I'm remembering correctly, William. Comments get coming quick sometimes, and I do occasionally miss them, but I apologize for that. I try to catch everything I can. So we're going to cut through this way, go past some more G bodies, head over towards those 58 Bel Airs. The wagons are in a different area, so if we want to see the 58 wagons, we'll have to cut back to those after a while. We'll cut right through here and go past a couple of Monte Carlos. This 84, actually this is not an SS, but it is almost like an SS. It was T-top, buckets, console, floor shift, tack gauges. So even though this was a base Monte Carlo, it was pretty much equipped about like an SS. So a lot of SS type parts on it. Thanks for throwing that up, Pete. Yep, after we get done, you can give me a shout. I am getting steps in, that's for sure. Okay, all I've got are Bel Airs or wagons. Don't have any Del Reys or Biscaynes, but we can go check out the Bel Airs. Another Monte Carlo, I think that one was an 83. And we'll head over to those 58 Bel Airs. You bet, William, no problem. Like I said, that's what we're here for. Whatever you guys want to see, that's why we're doing this. There's Kevin L. Okay. Got to head over that way a little ways to get to those Bel Airs, so just bear with me. If you see something cool, holler at me, and we'll catch it on the way back around. All right, heading off over towards those 58 Bel Airs. This is over on the new site, what I call the new yard. I bought this about 5 or 6 years ago. It's been here for years, hung up in an estate for several years, probably close to a decade. And I finally was able to buy it and add it to my yard. So a lot of this stuff, well, like this area right here has never been touched. So we got a 52 Chevy pickup, 65 Comet, 35 Oldsmobile, truck cabs, a Maverick, all just dumped right in one area. Not much rhyme or reason to this. So I'm starting to make a little bit of progress sorting, but that's kind of the way everything was over here. Only VW van I've got, Lewis, is a 72 bay window. It's clear up front. Okay, here we go, getting close to the 58s. These are just Bel Air sedans. Just been buying them. This facility was actually a late model production yard. This part here, over on this side, this 4 acres, has been this way for decades. My main facility, which was 16 acres, was a late model production yard. They smashed out in 2011. So I bought all these since, most of this stuff was here, but everything we were on the other side, I bought all that since 2011. So here's a couple of 58 Bel Airs. This two-tone green one, the motor's long gone, but this was actually a factory 348 Bel Air 4-door sedan. Okay, yeah, we'll work our way up to that bay window bus. Sounds good, Zach? That's true, Ken. I've been extremely busy. So there's a few 58 Chevys. 80 Fairmont Coupe. Do not have any 80 Fairmonts at all. I think I've got one Granada, like a 77, is the only thing I've got in that area. And then I've got some trim off of a 78 Fairmont 2-door that I stripped out about 6 months ago, but I didn't end up with much off of it. They got the back window moldings, a headlight bezel. The Rabbit truck, yep, we can head over that way, catch the Rabbit pickup and that bay window bus. Yes, Robert, I do sell complete cars and parts both. I'm dual license salvage and used vehicle, so I can sell a door handle, or I can sell you a complete car, or even we even move a few restored cars from time to time. So. Yeah, no problem, Zach. That's why I say you give me a call and we can sort that out and see what we've got. All right. We're gonna cut our way through here, work our way around. Oh, that Plymouth wagon's right here too, that 54 Plymouth wagon. We'll swing by it. I got a lot of sheet metal laying out here that needs to be picked up. Here's that 54 Plymouth wagon. Pretty unique car. Yes, the 58 Impala went to Denver. It is gone. How about a Coupe de Ville? Surprised this is still here. Had several calls on it, but it's still here. '65 Ford custom cab trim. The only custom cab I've got in that era is a '66. It may still have some left on it if that's the same. Sounds good, Zach. If you know what they're interested in, we might be able to walk past some of them. More cabs. You bet, MT. I do not have any good '67 Mustang front fenders. I do know that. Here's a Volkswagen pickup. And actually, since we're right here by the building real close, guys, I'm gonna jump off for just a second. I'm gonna sit the phone down so I can go get a drink, because I've been talking for 40 minutes now. So bear with me, just give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna run over and grab a water bottle. Well, I don't know. I've never had it running. 51 Chevy pickups, depends on what you wanna see on that, Justin. We can go through some Chevy trucks here in just a minute. But I don't know if this one runs yet or not. We used to drive this one when I was a kid. Then I found it had been sold off for scrap, so I bought it back. Thanks, Dirty. Bear with me just a second, guys. Let me run over and get a drink because we're up here by the shop. I've got some water bottles set out. It'll just take me just a second. So bear with me for a minute. I'm gonna run over, grab a drink real quick, and be right back with you. So I'm gonna sit this down, leave it going. Just hang in there for a second, and I will be back. If I can get this thing to sit. Okay, guys. Yeah, I don't need a barley soda right now. We got a lot of talking to do, guys, so hit the thumbs up, appreciate that. So anyway, let's head up and catch that bay wind to bus. It just depends on size. I don't have a good freight company right now. The last one I was using, screwed me over on a couple billings, shipped the parts, and then 60 days later get an extra bills on them for just because apparently they decided they wanted to bill me more money. So some of it I can ship oversized, some of it just depends on what it is, Ken. So this just came in. What do you guys think of that? Full video coming on that real soon. Let's head up to this bus. That Bronco is an 80. That's what it was, Dirty. So here's this little bay window bus. It's got some other sort of engine in it. Not sure what direction they were going with that. Yeah, that's true, Ken. Those doors, if those 67 doors can be, the fenders, I'm not quite sure. The doors I know will go normal ground. So that's the only VW bus we've got here. So yeah, not sure where they were going with that project, but that's about as far as it made it. So anyway, what have I missed? What do you guys want to see that I missed? Thanks, Pete. There's Steve Reed. So basically, like we were talking a little bit ago, this area here, basically from over here by the buildings and over there to that billboard, this was all 37 Plymouths. Yep, we've got a few 37 Plymouths. We can head that way. Basically, if you guys can see back to those telephone poles, this was all a late model production yard up until 2011. They smashed everything in here all the way back to those telephone poles in 2011. And then I bought the facility. Passenger window for Student 62 Champ, I do not have anything there. So all this stuff everything on this side over here, I've bought and brought in here since 2011. It's 16 acres, Dirty. And they leveled it in 2011. I think I bought 4 cars from the previous owner when he smashed out. All the rest of this has been brought in here in the last basically 15 years. Here's 137. The other 2 are pretty stripped. This one still has some stuff left on it. This 37 sedan. Somebody asked about 68 Cruise. I believe this New Yorker has Cruise. This was an extremely highly optioned New Yorker. I think this car has Cruise. I've got some Dart doors stacked up here, but I think it does have the Cruise stuff under the hood. Yep, it has the Cruise lever on it. 8-track. Yeah, auto headlights. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. This New Yorker was heavily optioned. Telescoping wheel. Yeah, that 37's got a great grill. The other 37s I've got not much left of them. They were actually a couple of first cars I bought when I bought this facility. Germany on with us. Welcome to our viewer from Germany, Mattia. I probably botched that, but anyway, welcome to our viewer from Germany. A couple more 37s. These things are pretty much stripped down. Call me, Chris. If you send me an email, I'll never see it. The only way to get a hold of me is to call me. And there's various reasons, and in fact, I'm glad you brought that up, Chris. It's a great time to talk about that for a minute, because I think we're caught up on what people wanted to see. So, okay, the phone call. Here's why the phone call is so critical and so important. There's a few cars out here. Brett made it. Brett, the newest member of the membership group. Thanks for joining, Brett. I'm in Central Kansas is where I'm at. So, Brett, the newest member of the Nobodies. Thanks for joining, Brett. But anyway, the phone call. With the amount of vehicles I've got out here, what we can talk about in 60 or 90 seconds could take 20 emails. There are so many variables in these old vehicles that 9 times out of 10, when somebody calls me and asks for parts, I have more questions for them than they have for me, trying to narrow down exactly what they're looking for. Chris is here from New York. Perfect example. I'm leaning on a 51 Dodge pickup. And something very common when people call, say, well, I need a tailgate for my Dodge pickup. Well, which one do you need? There's 2 different ones for a 51 Dodge pickup. Depending on which pickup it is, there are 2 different tailgates. People send me an email or a text, say, I need a tailgate for my 51 Dodge pickup. Well, I don't know which one you need. And then you're back and forth and back and forth. We can do that in like that on a phone call. The other big thing, and this is for your guys' protection, the phone call. Scammers. I am getting more and more calls all the time. People checking on their order. And they're asking about parts that I haven't talked to anybody about if I've ever talked to them about it. Thanks, Pete. And they said, well, yeah, you messaged me. I said, I didn't message anybody because I don't use Messenger. Well, I got this Messenger, Facebook message, text, email, and you said you had it and I sent you the money. I was like, you weren't talking to me. If it was a message, a private message, Facebook message, email, you're not talking to me. If you call me and you're talking to me, then we know where we're at. So the phone call has become, obviously why I've always done it that way is I need that information. But now with the way scammers, I mean, there's fake nobody's pages out there. And anybody that is looking for something, they'll message them, say, hey, I've got it. Well, it isn't me. You send them your money, it's gone. If you call me and you're talking to me and we have a conversation about it, we both know where we're at. And so that's real simple. Scammers live on private messages and emails because they can keep the lie going. They can constantly keep that lie going because they just go back and they look at what they lied to you about yesterday. Because they're lying to 100 people a day, at least. So the private messages, the emails, that's how they can keep track of it. You call me, I write it on my notepad, I'll look at it, I can send you some pictures, and you're dealing with me. And I know who you are, and you know who I am, and it's all right out there in the open. So that's, like I said, that's why the phone call, that's why I've always been adamant about the phone call, was the information for me, so I knew what you were doing. And also, a lot of people are building different stuff. A lot of people are building patina cars. They may need a faded green fender, things like that. Thanks, Ralph, I appreciate it. And so that's why that phone call is so critical. And that's why it's just the only way to do it. Plain and simple. It's just call me, we can talk about it, happy to do it. That's right, Dirty, the scammers are getting horrible. We had some questions about Chevy pickups. We're heading that direction here right now as we're talking. But that's why the phone call is so important. You tell me what you need, I'll write it down, I'll check it, I'll mark whether I've got it. I write the prices on my notepad, so if you call me a week later, I can go back and reference it. But like I said, and I'm getting more and more calls. If you guys post a wanted ad out there, I had a guy last year who left Kansas City, went to Dallas, Texas, and then came here to pick up a trunk lid. Kansas City is 3.5 hours straight east of me. He came here via Dallas to pick up a trunk lid. Same thing, posted a wanted ad. People are just, that's what scammers live on. I've got one, I've got one, I've got one. Send me a deposit. They, the guy drives to Dallas and there's nobody around. Nobody to answer the phone, no nothing. So that's the reality of the business in today's world. So if you're dealing on private messenger and that's the only way you want to deal with it, be prepared to lose money. It's that simple. It's gotten that bad. I'm here, you can call me and we can go on down the road and figure out if we've got something to help you out. So anyway, back to some more trucks. Several Chevy trucks in this era. Yes, that was a 30, it's a 32 to 34. I don't remember which one it was, D King. 72 C10s. I don't think I've got any 72s. I've got some 67, 68. I've got some 69 70s. There's a GMC over here we're gonna go past that I think was a 70, but honestly, I don't think any of the ones I've got here are 71 or 72s. I think I do have one of the 72 doors, but I actually don't think I've got any 72 trucks here. There's a GMC, I think it was a 70. So anyway, I think we're caught up on comments, so we'll just kind of keep wandering. Some more 50 stuff. You guys let me know what you want to see. We're almost coming up on an hour already. Holy cow. So let me know what you guys think. If we're getting ready to wrap up, we can call it up. We can call it 55 through 59 truck doors. I've got 2 lefts that are decent, and my rights that I have left will need some rust repair. Yep, that's true. At one point, yep, somebody had all these financed probably. Glad you enjoy the stories. Here's that 66 F100. Somebody asked about a 65. Well, like, you know, if you guys want to come out and join the 2nd annual gathering of the Nobodies, April 26th. It is filling up. We still do have some slots open for the gathering of the Nobodies, April 26th. We've got a great group already signed up, and it's going to be a fun day. We are in central Kansas is where I'm at, Mario. Another old Ford that just came in. Some Mustangs, Fairlanes, Falcons. 30s, 40s Dodge trucks. I've got one mid-30s, like 35, 36. And then I've got some 39 to 47 stuff. But a lot of that stuff is getting pretty heavily stripped. Yes, I do ship. I basically ship almost everything, Chris. I'm not even open to the public. So I basically ship just about everything. Some guys do come pick their stuff up, but for the most part, I pretty much ship everything. Appreciate that, Kevin. Subscribe, tell your friends, stop by tonight, hang out on the live chat, or sign up for the Gathering of the Nobodies coming up April 26th. North Texas, so you're not terribly far away. Back by the Wizard. Oh, yep, I don't blame you, Dirty. How about a Dodge convertible? This thing is weird. This is something you don't ever see. I don't know much about these. 63 Dodge 880 convertible with probably about the wildest taillight housing you're ever going to see. Look at that beast. That's a lot of taillight. So anyway, what do you guys want to see? We're coming up on the hour mark. Are we about ready to wrap up, or is there more stuff you guys want to see? You tell me. Your old Cutlass? Brett always wants to see his old Cutlass. We walked by it earlier. Boat tail ribs, these are always popular. Yeah, that's right, Zach, man, and it's getting worse. That's why I am even more adamant about the phone call even than I was before. It's super simple. It's just as easy to hit my number. Actually, it's quicker to punch in my number than it is to try to send me a message. Yep, Max, that's why we do this stuff. It does bring back memories that, and it's always a good time. That's why we do this. That's why we're in this game. That's why I'm in business, is helping people preserve their memories. So anyway, we'll head out towards the back a little bit, check out some of the stuff that's come in over the last 6 months. And if that's about it, we'll probably start getting ready to wrap. We'll see what we come up with on comments if we have some new viewers jump on. But you guys let me know what you think. Just like the little rabbits, when's the last time you saw a mid-80s Chrysler minivan? Sounds like a plan to me, Zach. Not a problem, especially on those wheels. Because those wheels are big and heavy. back by our late teens Buick that we pulled out of the trees, cut back through some of these other trucks. Here's some more big old binders while we're at it, Zach, man. No, it's not a turbo minivan. It is a regular one. This is a KB7, and that is a 6-bolt. That's a 9x20 on this KB7 on the tire size. That is a 6-bolt wheel though. So, should have something that'll work. Another KB6 or 7 here. That's got, is that a Bud style wheel? That's a completely different wheel. Couple of late 70s luxury barges, the Lincoln Town Car and the Cadillac Eldorado. '57 Plymouth. How's that wind, guys? It is definitely picking up here more than what it has been. '55 Plymouth 2-door hardtop. That's right, Kevin, appreciate you throwing that up. We will be live at 7:30 tonight for the live interactive gearhead chat. Good, because it's it's definitely getting worse. I've got my mic on tucked in pretty tight, so I'm hoping that helps. '55 Pontiac 2-door hardtop from our friends Jack and Owen over at McPherson College. '51 F1. Oh, and since we're back here, just in case we've got any new guys on that haven't been around for the last several months, we'll come around this '79 Dodge Power Wagon. That's still a lot of emblem. That's a metal. Sounds good, Media Main? Yeah, we can walk back. If you're something you want to see on that '57, we can walk past it here in a minute. So yeah, if there's something specific on that '57, just throw it up there and we'll walk past it in a minute. After we walk around the Twin Beach. I've just got a phone holder that I ordered, is what I'm just holding it with, and then I've got a wireless mic. Need to get this thing up on the highway. I've got the wings over there. I want to get the wings back on it. Oh, that 2-door. Yeah, and I don't know. I need to get down there in the next month or so, but I don't know what. I know they're crushing some stuff in there, cleaning up some of the metal. So I do need to get down in there and see what they're going to do with some of that stuff. So yeah, give me a shout. Like I said, it isn't going to be in the next few weeks, but within the next 30 days, I probably should be getting down there. And a couple of tractor mics, tractors that we've got stored here. Fortson Major Diesel. This one coming up on a video. The Field Boss White. Some stuff our good buddy Tractor Mike has picked up in the area lately. And another one that you're going to be seeing a lot more of real soon, the El Camino I picked up this week, We'll get a full video on that done here shortly. And let me know what else we want to see. I am heading into the wind right now, so I don't know if you guys are hearing any of that or not. Another Dodge pickup, 53, I believe. '54 Plymouth. Tell you what, this '54 Belvedere, they had a lot of trim on them for a Plymouth. Good, well, you can see the weeds blowing. And those are down on the ground by the wheels, and the weeds are blowing. So you look up there, look at the weeds up there on the dirt pile. So you can see we've got some wind, so the fact that it's not bothering you guys is awesome. 40s Dodge trucks, okay, let's head towards those. 79 Dodge pickup right here. Let's catch a few of those 40s era Dodges, and then you guys let me know where to go from there. Sounds good, VW. We'll see you tonight. Tons of Trans Am, Steve. Just depends on which ones we're talking about. We did catch some F-bodies earlier, and we can head back up towards those F-bodies once again if there's something specific you want to see. I've got around 75 F-bodies right now. I kind of got an issue with F-bodies. I kind of like to buy them and line them up and stare at them. So I've got a lot of F-body stuff. 79 to 81 I don't have much, but we can go up there. I've got some, just one or two that were 79 to 81. I've got some 77, 78 stuff, but we'll head up that way here in just a little bit as we go past these Dodge trucks. 58, oh, that pickup. William, I assume that your comment popped up pretty late and I'm already a ways away from that. There is a full video on that. That was actually a 60 Ford pickup, I think. 62 to 64 Impalas. Yes, we do have, we can head over towards that Chevy area in a little bit. So let's catch some of these Dodges, walk through quickly, let's head up towards the F-bodies again, then we'll catch some of those mid-60s Impalas, and then we'll see where we're at. Here's one of these 39 to 47 Dodges. This was a 1.5 tons, obviously. It's got the big wheels on it. Real solid cab on this one, if I remember correctly. But I've already sold quite a few pieces off of this one. So we're going to cut over this way, check out a few more of those Dodges, swing through the F-bodies, then catch some 60s Chevys. Derek was here about a little over a year ago. So probably close to a 1.5 years ago that Derek was here. few more. These are stripped even further than the other one. Sounds good, William. See you tonight. Perry from Connecticut here with us. All right, let's catch some F bodies, and then we're going to head back to that 60s era of GM stuff. And then we'll see where we're at from there. So if you guys still want to see some stuff, holler at me, so I know where we're heading after that. British stuff, do not have any TR4s. There's one MG back there. The orange Le Mans, that was a 70 Tempest 4-door, that orange one. Okay, back up into the F bodies. Sounds like you got a lot of stuff going on, Zach. So yep, I'm sure we'll have plenty to talk about. 55 Chevy 2-door post, I've got one body that we just walked past back there by the airplane. So here, these were 79, 80s right in here. Yeah, we don't have a ton of rust issues here. You know, I'll get skin issues, but very seldom will I see structure issues on my rust around here. I mean, occasionally you do see some weird stuff, but for the most part, it's skin stuff. You bet, Steph, no problem. So let's work our way back to the mid-60s Chevrolets. And if there's anything you guys want to see in the meantime, let me know. 54 cars, I don't have hardly anything. I think I've got one. And it was a 2-door sedan body, and there's almost nothing left of it. Thanks, appreciate that. Glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, I've always loved Trans Ams, but I keep buying them. I've got some good ones in the shop too at home. I've got videos on, actually I've got a video on the Marty Blue 78. I've got videos on the WS6 cars. So I do have videos on some of my good Trans Ams. Oh yeah, Sunbird. Not only is it a Sunbird, let's cut around this way. It's a Sunbird convertible. I've got 2 of these actually. We'll sell you one or 1,000 dirty. Yep, I've actually got 2 Sunbird convertibles here coming in from our good buddy Tractor Mike. All right, back on our mission to go look at some 60s era Chevys. Actually, I'm kind of surprised we missed those. That's, you know, pretty regularly, that's one thing always, that there's always guys that want to see are the mid-60s Chevys. There's a lot of stuff here to see, Brett, you know that. Late 80s Dodge pickups, pair of headlight bezels with the blinker marker lights in them. I think the newest one I've got is an 86, Zach. So not sure what year used that. When's the next walk around? We typically do these every 2 to 3 months. The last one we did was January 1st. If New Year's Day is a decent day, which it has been for the last couple years, we always try to do a yard walk on New Year's Day. That puts the next one, you know, right in where we're at in March. You know, next one will probably be sometime into May going into June. Just, you know, like I said, 3 or 4 times a year. That way it's not the same stuff every time. But we will be live at 7:30 tonight with the Gearhead Interactive live chat as well. So, anybody need a truck cab? Well, April 26th is the next gathering of the Nobodies. That is filling up, but there are still some slots open for the gathering of the Nobodies on April 26th. We've got about 20 people signed up right now. We're going to cap it at 35. So there are still some slots available for the gathering of the Nobodies here at the yard on April 26th. It's my normal day walking around the yard. I'm always out there doing something. Well, except for the middle of winter. Like I said, I couldn't get anything done for about 3 months, but out there doing something about every day. Do not have any Grand Nationals. Yep, no problem. That's why we're on here, so you guys can ask. Okay. 62 to 64 Chevys. Now, this area that we're in is going to be 59 through 70 full-size GM. My Pontiacs are pretty much done. We're in central Kansas. So, and then we're going back into Buicks over here. But since all of this stuff is going to be GM stuff, I've started moving the Chevys, Oldsmobiles, and Cadillacs into this vicinity. So you can see my 59 Buicks going back to 60 Buicks, but there's a few Oldsmobiles, Cadillacs, and Chevrolets that are getting mixed in here as I'm setting this area up. A few GTO bodies, 39 Chevy cabs. I do have a few 39 conventional cabs. I've probably got 10 outside visors in stock right now, 8 or 10. I think I sold one about a month ago, but I've still got 8 or 10 outside visors right now. So checking out some of the 62 to 64 Chevy cars. Anything that's complete and intact and decent, you know, is your 500 to $1,000 on outside visors. Couple more Chevys down here. I am in central Kansas is where we're located at. Thanks, Pete. Appreciate you throwing that up. Couple more 3s and 4s. This old 63 is pretty tough. I do have, there again, the 70 to 80 Chevy pickup's a pretty broad window. I do have Chevy trucks in that window, Chris. Just depends on which ones we're talking about. 49 to 52 four-door Fleetline back seat. I should have something. I'd have to double check and see. Yellow 62 Impala. We just walked past the 262s. One was a white four-door hardtop. One was a two-door hardtop that was sanded down. So yeah, if you want to give me a shout, I can check that seat and let you know, Pico. Okay, guys, what do we think? Coming up on an hour and a half. I think I've caught most of the comments. If there's some other stuff you guys want to see, throw it up there real quick and we'll see if we can squeeze it in. If not, I think we'll probably get ready to get wrapped up. So I can go get ready to get on tonight and jump on with you guys once again at 7:30. So anyway, I'll keep an eye on the comments here for just another minute or so, see if there's anything else anybody wants to see or anything we want to check out, and then I'll probably keep on rolling and get back to work. So that has a tendency to happen with guys like you, Zach, man. When you've been doing it that long, you know what you're doing. You end up with a lot of friends over deals like that, I'm sure. So anyhow, looks like that's about it. A few more seconds here, see if anybody's got anything going on. Like I said, Gathering of the Nobodies, April 26th. If you want to come out here and check this out, hang out with the rest of the YouTube viewers, we got a great group coming in. We'll get into some more details of that tonight. It is over half full because we are going to cap it as to how many people we can take. I don't know if it's going to fill or not, but I did want to put a cap on it so we didn't end up with too many people here. Yeah, 7:30 Central Standard Time, Pico, is when we are on tonight for the Interactive Gearhead live chat. We got, we'll talk about what's going on in the industry. We got a promo model to check out, badges, emblems, a new segment I'm going to squeeze in tonight, live memorabilia auctions. It's a lot of fun. Killer promo model tonight too, guys. You guys are really going to be excited about the promo, I think. So, Brett wants to string through the G bodies. We're right by those. We can head over there as we wrap up. But keep that in mind. 7:30 tonight for the Gearhead Interactive Live Chat. Gathering of the Nobodies, April 26th. Membership groups are open. Jump into the membership groups if you want to get involved, as well as the training group. If you like what we're doing here and you want to learn more about how I do what I do with these old cars, finding them, buying them, selling parts, selling cars, shipping, marketing, all that stuff. We've actually got a training group available for that. We're getting ready to kick off. We've got a couple guys already signed up and ready to go. If you're interested in learning the details of what I do, you can jump into that membership group. Thanks, William. Appreciate it. Let's catch some G bodies here real quick as we get ready to wind things up. That I don't know. I don't remember any of those trucks in the mid-70s that I've got that are 3 on the tree. That 3 on the tree stuff is really difficult to find. I get a lot of calls for that stuff, for Chevy pickups with 3 on the trees. But if you want to give me a holler, I can get it on my notepad and check and see, but I kind of doubt that I've got that. Vegas, I do have a few Vegas depending on which one, which body style we're talking about, Tom. '73 hatchback. The only thing I've got in 71 to 73 is one wagon. My other ones are later than that. There's our other Sunbird convertible while we're over here. More cabs, more beds. That's usually how it goes, Pico side. Don't lose anything except the one important piece. All right, looks like we're caught up on comments, and I suppose we'll probably go ahead and get ready to wind things down. Comments have gotten a little slower, so I think a lot of you guys have seen what you wanted to see today. Like I said, we try to do these every 3-ish months, so 3-4 times a year depending on weather, things like that. Always try to do one New Year's Day, and then spring. Like I said, end of May, going into June, we'll try to squeeze another one in. But have a lot of fun doing them. You guys have a good time on here as well, just out wandering around checking stuff out. Glad you enjoyed it, Kevin. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up. So tonight, 7:30 Central Standard Time, I will be in the office with no wind. And, well, hopefully no wind. If we got wind in the office, we got way more issues than just worrying about the computers working. But 7:30 Central Standard Time tonight for the Sunday Night Gearhead Interactive Live Chat. Like I said, we'll start off with some industry news. What's going on, talk about the cars I picked up this week. Killer promo model tonight. Super cool cap. Super early, crazy cool cap. Badge and an emblem. Awesome, Zach. Thanks for the subscription. So anyway, hit that subscribe button. Start hanging out with us. We'll have the live auction scattered throughout tonight's live. License plates, emblems, caps. We got some cool stuff lined out for tonight on the auction stuff. Could be hanging on the wall of your man cave here very shortly if there's anything like that you're interested in. So 7:30 tonight, we'll have that going. We'll do Toy Tuesday live Tuesday evening, and we will get, as always, a new video up Wednesday and Friday night. So with that, thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Glad you were able to hang out today. Hopefully we'll see all of you tonight at 7:30 for the interactive live chat. Thanks for hanging out on the live today, and we will see you tonight at 7:30.